Okay, this week's Parshat is Parshat Beshalach, and I just wanted to point out a very, very beautiful idea. The Torah tells us in Parshat Beshalach about the falling of the man, and the Pasuk says in Perek Tezayin, Pasuk Dalid, Vayomer Hashem Moshe, Hineni mamtir lachem lechem min hashamayim. I'm going to cause bread to fall down from the heavens, v'yatza ha'am, and the nation's going to go out. V'latu dvar yom b'yomo, they're going to collect money every single day. Why? Leman anasenu hayelech b'torasi imlo. The man is a test to see if Bnei Yisrael, the Jewish people, will follow the Torah or not. This is a very, very striking pasuk, because after all, I would have said the man is not a test. The man is actually the greatest gift of all. In fact, not only is it a great gift, it's probably the biggest miracle of all. I believe the Kuzari writes, of all of the miracles that were done in the desert, in Mitzrayim, the man was the greatest. Why? Because most miracles were of a very, very short duration. The man lasted a 40-year nace throughout their whole sojourn in the Midbar, and it came down with a very, very unique pattern. 5 days, one portion fell. The 6th day, a double portion fell. The 7th day, nothing. It was a nace betoch nace, a miracle within a miracle. And for 40 years' duration, what greater nace could there be? Yet, the Torah describes this as a test, as a nisayon. What kind of test is the man? Why is this called a test? So there are many different answers given. I point you to Rashi, the Ramban, others. All of the Mefarshim address the question. I want to share with you the insight of the Or HaChaim HaKadosh. The Or HaChaim HaKadosh writes that as a result of the man, it was perfect food that fell from the heavens. Ki lechem min hashamayim lo yistarek shum tikun. It fell down, nothing had to be done, and as a result, the Jewish people had perhaps the most valuable asset of all. Ubazeh yihiyu pnuyim mikol. Now the Jewish people had a tremendous asset. What was that? The asset of time. Because normally speaking, to go ahead and put a loaf of bread on the table, to put food on the table, think about how much effort has to be done. Certainly in the agricultural society, to prepare the land, to plant, to water, to work the land, to harvest, tremendous amount of effort to put food on your table. Even today, think about how much time we spend at work. 9 to 5 jobs, that doesn't even exist anymore, last I recall. I remember in my former life as a lawyer, 9 to 5 job was not the case. You worked from 9 to 7 to 8 to 9 o'clock at night with your commute. So much time was spent in the workplace. And here, Hashem gave them a tremendous gift, the gift of time. What was the test? What would they do with their time? Would they use their time in a productive fashion, or chas v'shalom rachman litzlan, in an unproductive fashion? How were they going to use and take that time that Hashem gave them? How were they going to go ahead and use it? This is a tremendous test that every single Jew faces, because we all have our leisure time. We all have time that this is our free time where we're not working, when perhaps we're not taking care of family responsibilities, when we have the time in our day, whether it's an hour a day, 4 hours a day, everyone has a different schedule, but we have our time that is our free time, so to speak. How do we use that time? This is our challenge, this is our test. There's a beautiful story that is told in the name of one of the Hasidic Rebbes in Ashdod. The Rebbe had a very, very old kind of antique cuckoo clock, and it wasn't working very well. The clock made a very, very loud ticking sound, tick-tock, tick-tock, a very annoying kind of loud sound as the hand would go around the clock. And one of his Hasidim, one of the Rebbe's Hasidim, came in one day and says, Rebbe, I bought for you look what I bought for you. He gave him a present. And this was a very sleek, anatomic, digital clock. It was very sleek, very smooth. And he says here, you can get rid of that annoying cuckoo clock, and here's this beautiful new clock. And the Rebbe said to him, to his chassid, thank you very, very much, but you know what? I'm going to stick with my cuckoo clock, with my old clock, my clock that makes so much noise. Why? Because when the second hand ticks, and as it goes back tick-tock, it allows me to perceive the passage of time. And so often we miss this point. We do not perceive the most important gift of all that Hashem gives us, the time that we have. And so many of us, unfortunately, squander that time away. When we have free time, and we could use it for such productive things, and we don't, this is the nisayon of the man. Bnei Yisrael was given the greatest gift, the gift of time, and to go ahead and not use that time properly, to go ahead and squander it away on dvarim shel ma b'kach, inconsequential activities and things. That's our ultimate challenge. And to go ahead and take every moment, one would never go ahead and start throwing his valuable china, money out the window. But how many of us take time and throw it out the window? A person has to learn the lesson from the man. Lav. Hashem says, here, I'm giving you time. Now let's see what you do with it. Ultimately, that's our mission, that's our challenge in every day of our life. Here Hashem says, I'm giving you time. Let's see what you do with it.